Day 2 then once again embellished by the colours of cricket. Lovely blue skies, lovely outfield, and India take on England on day 2 of this 4th test match. From India's point of view, maybe a day of consolidation.
Jimmy Anderson, of course, will have other ideas. We saw the ball move around yesterday. Exaggerated movement at times. Lots of wides being bowled, in my opinion, that were called wides, that were called extras rather. So there's every reason to have all those slip fielders in the cordon. 4 of them down there looking for that outside edge. There is that exaggerated movement again.
Nice drive. He didn't try and hit that too hard, but it's good from Anderson. I thought the England openers were poor last night, Anderson and Broad. And that's a better length. Moeen Ali said this morning, don't worry about being driven. The good thing from Shikhar Dhawan, he didn't try and hit this too hard. Watch how he just strokes it away. That's good cricket from bowler and batsman.
Runs. Not just guided again. Saw a similar shot of Jimmy Anderson.
Again, not bad from Stuart Broad. Clearly this morning England are trying to pitch that ball up a little bit further, get the batsman driving.
Well played. Beautifully timed.
Well, there is nothing wrong with that shot at all. Don't see it that much. A little back foot punch. Not a lot wrong with the delivery. A fraction short. He's a seriously good player.
Well, Stuart Broad is going up. And given, took some time, Kumar Damasina, but he has given him.
Looked high. Surely he's got to review that. It just bounced. He's pointing up high. Yeah, he's going to. Only has to be clipping, mind.
Copy that, Kumar. Third umpire to director. Player review for LBW. On-field decision is out. Let's start with the front foot, please. That's a fair delivery. Let's move on to front down, please. Right, doesn't appear to be any butt. We have ultra edge, please. Flat line. Gap between bat and ball. No bat involved. Ball tracker when you're ready, please. Ball pitching outside off, impact in line, and wickets hitting. Can you put Kumar back on screen, please? Kumar, you're on screen now. Stay with your original decision.
Kumar Damasina took some time in making the decision, but it was correct in the end.
The nip backer again. England have done their.
See what he's trying to do there, but that's beautifully timed. No one's going to stop that. Dhawan's actually timed the ball beautifully this morning.
Such an elegant player. Watched him when he was playing for the Sunrise. Watched him practice in the IPL this year. When his team practiced, all he did was just lie down and had a sleep at the back.
And inevitably it's a full ball. Stuart Broad gets the wicket, makes the batsman play. Was a good innings up to that point from Shikhar Dhawan, but he's got to go, and India have lost a second wicket. Is 50 for 2, Dhawan for 23.
You just see there with Dhawan, with that wicket, I think his weight was just hanging back slightly. He was aware of, he was conscious of that man that moved back at deep square, expecting the short ball.
Oh, we'll come to that in a minute. Right, that's in the gap. And it's gone to a long boundary and gone there pretty easily for 4. 56 for 2. Oh, that is One of the shots of the modern game. It's the kind of shot you queue up to watch the Kohli cover drive. We've had 2 and 2 balls in different styles from Pujara and Kohli.
Say Broad has not done a lot wrong here. He's pitched it up, looking to take it away. We know that that's Kohli's danger area as well. He has edged a few of those behind.
Oh, wafted at it. Wafted at it. Broad's inducing the mistakes. It's still 4 on the board. The batsman will tell you, of course, that he meant to play it there. As it turned out, it was a pretty safe shot. Oh, went hard at it. Doesn't matter. He's got the boundary. He's got 6,000 test runs, Virat Kohli. Second quickest Indian to get there. Sunil Gavaskar got there in 117. This is Virat Kohli's 119th innings. Tendulkar got there in 120. Are we seeing a new trinity forming there? Gavaskar, Tendulkar, already in history is Virat Kohli. Now taking giant strides there. Sehwag 121, Dravid 125. Chase some big names there.
Cut away nicely for 4.
You don't get too many of those deliveries from Jimmy Anderson. When you do, you want to make the most of it. And Pujara has certainly done that.
How do you feel England have gone beefy with the ball? 23 overs. In the air. That's a couple of times now. England want this man deep, Bairstow. If he's in a gully, there's a catch going.
Well, also, let's just think about it. You know, Kohli got dropped in that position, that gully position, by Keaton Jennings in the 90s. It's the second time it's gone in the air through that gully area.
With shots like that, basically. He's on his way to 7,000. That's a good dive. Doesn't stop the ball. Down the pitch again. That's a good over from Moeen Ali. But India won't mind. They've gone to lunch 100 for 2. They trail by 146. If they can get a lead, there's plenty of spin going to be on offer. Kohli gives Pujara a tap on the back. And it has seamed, it has swung, and it's just started to turn out of the footholes as well. Very enjoyable Test cricket.
2 wickets in that session, 81 runs in 27 overs. So that was encouraging, and as you say, Nas, it makes good cricket when the spinners come into it. We'll see a spin and seam combination after lunch.
Broad got the 2 wickets. Partnership of 50 unbroken between Kohli and Pujara. Both openers went, both got in and got out. Shikhar Dhawan made 23. KL Rahul made 19, both wickets to Broad. A lot of bowlers used, 6 of them. A few overs for Jennings, a few for Rashid. Broad with the 2 wickets, but keep an eye on Ali this afternoon. It was a bit of rough to play with, 1 over, 1 maiden for him. Lunchtime, day 2, the game is moving forward. England won the toss, batted first, 246. Thanks to Sam Curran's brilliant 78. Jasprit Bumrah, excellent 3 for 46. India reply at lunch, 100 for 2 with Kohli and Pujara. Still at the crease, they trail by 146.
Went over the top.
Not exactly what he wanted to do with it, but a fraction of width. Tries to play the cut shot, trying to play a late cut as much as anything. Not sure he meant to go up and over. Flash hard.
Well, that will go all the way. Just a push, but so well timed.
Watch for the follow through. It's non-existent. Just a punch. Stops it there. Tendulkar used to do that, where he just punched the ball, a bit like a boxer, snapping out a jab.
Oh, got it through. Moeen Ali's a little bit disappointed. I think England would be very disappointed. Virat Kohli.
Beats the keeper and Stokes. Stokes is looking like he's trying to get for the wider ball.
Oh, it's a great shot. Just a little fuller. Pujara goes to 48. It's 139 for 2. Now for Kohli, Curran's over the wicket. Oh, the edge is carried. Sam Curran scored runs and now he's come back and got the wicket. It was a partnership that was starting to be troublesome well into the 90s. And he's got Kohli out for 46. It's 142 for 3.
And here we see the catch one more time. Alistair Cook, good position, hands open, and the ball just carrying. We've seen the ball go through a bit low.
Oh, it's fallen short and will run for 4. I was about to say that Ben Stokes is the kind of cricketer who makes things happen. And I'd just like to see if it fell short or just alongside Jos Buttler.
And here we are. Here it is. Oh, to be fair, oh, that's right in the middle of both of them. The keeper has to go for that. He knows it's not carrying to first slip.
Driven away nicely, doesn't try and overhit. Just trickles over for 4. Very close to a no ball again there, Ben Stokes. He's already bowled a couple of no balls. Noticeable as well that Joe Root has sneaked another slip in. Oh, big in-swinger. Big in-swinger given. Beautiful from Stokes. Outswing, and then the big boomerang coming in.
Under review.
Bruce, third umpire to director. Player review for LBW. Let's start with the front foot, please. Can you bring it back 1 frame, please? As soon as he touches. One more time. Touch. Right. Can you zoom that for me now? Right. And freeze it there. Right. Fair delivery. Let's move on to front on. Right, there appear to be no bat involved. Ball tracker, ultra edge, please. Gap between bat and ball. Flat line, no bat involved. Can you move to ball tracker when you're ready, James, please? Ball tracker coming up, Bruce. Ball pitching outside off, impact in line, and wickets hitting. Can you put Bruce back on screen, please? Bruce, you're on screen now. Stay with your original decision.
Well, the key bit there was actually not the LBW line. It was the front foot line for Ben Stokes. That was what would have had his attention. It was mighty close.
But he goes full. Good response as well from Pujara, waiting for the ball to pitch up. He's been around for a while. He could sense the double bluff there.
Yes, but it was a nice, juicy, wide delivery. A half volley. And Pujara quick to latch onto it.
For more. Or will the fielder get there? Yeah, the signal 4. That's Karan there. Couldn't get there. And no signals of leg by from the umpire. So 2 consecutive 4s here for India. Precious runs these. Trailing by 68 runs now.
Well, this is his strength. Pujara's strength. See, he's been so patient. And suddenly now back-to-back boundaries for him.
Big shot for leg before. Given.
No review left. India's got no review left, so he's got to start walking. Young Rishabh Pant. No review left. KL Rahul, when he was given out LBW, he reviewed and it was lost. Then Rahane took a review, it was lost. This is the ball which is pitched up, has turned just that little bit. And maybe that's the reason why the umpire gave him out. But honestly, it looks as if it would have gone down the leg side. Let's have a look through the Hawkeye. Whether it's going to be... Oh, yeah. Umpire reckons that... the Hawkeye reckons that it could have hit the stumps. So the 5th wicket falling on the dot of tee. Rishabh Pant out for a duck without opening his account. 181 for 5 is what India is at tee, with Cheteshwar Pujara unbeaten on 70. This session in 25.3 overs, 81 runs have been scored and India have lost 3 wickets. Have a look at this batting card. Dhawan and Rahul getting starts but not converting them into a big score. Pujara still there with 70 not out. Kohli was looking very good till he flashed outside the off stump and was caught for 46. Rahane looked uncomfortable in his brief innings. And then Pant, after 29 deliveries without scoring, out LBW on the dot of tee. Anderson no wickets, brought 2. Those 2 wickets were in the morning, then kept, I beg your pardon, Sam Curran with 1 and Moeen Ali and Stokes with 1 each as well. So at tea time on day 2, England all out 246 and India in reply are 181 for 5. They are 65 runs behind England's total of 246. We'll take a short break now and we'll be back with Kent Extra Innings.
Root's got mid-off and mid-on up. Steady goes for the slog sweep. 29 deliveries, Pant can get off the mark. India just takes 2.
That's an option with the line that he's bowling. He throws it wide, throws it full as well. He's premeditated that sweep shot, and in that you get a bit of a read on how he's going to try and attack.
In the air, and yes, Root is in the game. Straight to him. That is exceptional.
Moeen Ali has been brilliant ever since he came into the attack today. I think it'll be a surface which maybe wouldn't suit the off-spinner against players that play it generally so well.
Reverse. Oh, yes. What a way to go there. Reverse sweep, toe end of the bat onto the stumps. Ali has 3. Oh, yes. I reckon that's clipped top of off. Surely it has. Moeen Ali's on a hat-trick. Completely done. Done for length, done for line. Takes off stump. In the air, but safe. This is good from Ishan. A little bit of aggression. India have got to try and get level somehow with England. 47 behind.
Especially the field as it's set. It's pretty much set still for the hat-trick ball, or as it was for the hat-trick ball. Nearly everyone in. So if he just gets just enough bat on that, it's a free hit.
Short and wide, it's a good shot, just dabbed down to third man, should go all the way.
Yeah, there is room for a Pujara, no question about that. I think he's a vitally important player for India. England would snap India's hands off for an equivalent, I'll tell you.
Well, he's rolled rabbit, isn't he? England equivalent will be Jonathan Trott. Reality, I think, England will take advantage. You're dead right, Michael Atherton, that runs are vital. India trail by 26.
And Pujara is a very good player down the pitch to spin. He likes to advance, he looks to advance.
Likes that sweep, and he finds the boundary.
Yeah, not an easy shot for Ishant Sharma to play. You mentioned how tall he is, 6'7" or thereabouts. It's a long way to get down on one knee into the sweep position. But he played this beautifully. And
gone. Inside edge. Ishant stands there. No reviews. He still stands there. And now he goes.
Now, was it bad on to pad? Now Pujara has put that in the gap as well. That's a magnificent shot for 4. He's excellent down the wicket to the spinners. And I think nobody's happier at the fact that England are bowling spin than these two batsmen in at the moment. That's a wonderful shot.
Yeah, playing as per the requirement of the team and maybe quietly.
Fine leg. And there goes Pujara. There goes Pujara. He's beaten the infield. What a good shot. Deficit down to 1. This is wonderful batting.
And you see the power game of Pujara now. That's something you don't see very often. This is powerfully struck. This is a man batting on 100. He wants to score as many runs as possible while on strike.
See, as a batsman, your mentality as a batsman changes, and then what happens? The bowlers, like we've just seen from Stuart Broad, they stop doing their basics well. They stop executing their plan, and then what happens? You start getting leg byes, ones down the leg side like that, and you start leaking runs.
Yeah, the last ball as well was an indication of that, and evidence of that. Stuart Broad, I mean, he hardly does that. Did you last see him bowl a ball down the leg side almost wide? By just checking, very close to the boundary.
Bowler.
Just over the head of Root, who is in the deep there, and 4 more runs. So this is becoming just great for India. The lead now 15. And Pujara is hitting some lofted shots. So everyone out of character, as Harsha Bhogle just mentioned. I can see a worried look on the face of Joe Root now. Has the fight left in him. Knows no other way. This is good timing. Lofted shot, and this is classical Pujara for another boundary.
Another beautiful shot. This is probably more classical Pujara. This is what we're used to seeing. Outstanding check drive through the covers. Feet moving beautifully. I must say, I wonder if this wicket has just dried out a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've got to also remind the viewers that this is
gone. Didn't have to go around the wicket.
Well, that's an important wicket, but also just an eye on Jasprit Bumrah as the England openers run off. Bumrah took a blow to the hand. He has injured his hand before, and that's why he missed the first 2 Test matches. India will be hoping that their strike bowler's finger is okay. Broad ends up with 3 for. Cook takes a very easy catch, and India lead by 27 on first innings. Brilliant from Cheteshwar Pujara. An exceptional innings. He carries his bat from the number 3 position, and his skipper and all of India stand for a wonderful innings.
Well played. His team needed him to play that sort of an innings, especially under these conditions, and he delivered. Not a big lead, but a lead nonetheless. And mentally, India will be in a better place, because they certainly would not have liked to have bowled England out for 246 and then concede a lead. Pujara, 132 not out. Virat Kohli approached another half century, didn't quite get there.
Pitch quickly changed from one that was seaming around and swinging to one that was spinning. No wickets for Anderson, 3 for Broad. He got the first 2 today and the last one. Curran got the important wicket of Virat Kohli. Standout bowler Moeen Ali on this ground again, like last time against India. 16 overs, 5 for 63.
Well, we are approaching the end of day 2, and that's where we stand. Things almost even, but India with a slight lead of 27.
Let's join our commentary team.
Off the mark immediately. Pretty fine. Is it pad or bat? It's all bat.
Off him, he says. He just whispered to Cook there, I'm off him. And he's off the pair with a little tickle down the leg side.
And he has survived. Didn't have to play at too many. What a relief, he would be saying to himself. Nothing to gain and everything to lose for the England openers. But sometimes it can be a bit difficult for the fielding team as well. They get a bit anxious. They know they haven't got a lot of overs to bowl, and they perhaps try sometimes a bit too hard. Another entertaining day of cricket. Short in overs, yes. Don't think too many people would be complaining, though. They saw an excellent inning from Pujara. They've seen some good bowling from Moeen Ali and supported by others. So all in all, a good day's cricket. Which camp would be the happier camp? 21-run lead at the moment for India. Going into day 3. Virat Kohli allowing Pujara to lead them off again. He certainly deserves to be leading them off, although he hasn't done any bowling. It was his fantastic knock that got them into a reasonably good position. So 2 days gone. And we are more than halfway through the test match. Not necessarily time, but as far as innings are concerned. 2 first innings have been completed. England in their second innings, just 4 overs and 6 without loss. Ashwin opened the bowling. Well, we had an idea that he may be bowling early, but he bowled the very first over. He and Bumrah 2 overs each. And that's where we stand. England won the toss at 1 point, 86 for 6, but they recovered due to Sam Curran and to a lesser degree Moeen Ali. And then India 273, but they also were in a bit of bother until Cheteshwar Pujara dug them out.